Where has it gone? It's not here. 2026 Tesla Model Y Performance. What will it be like after 100,000? Sorry about that. Oh. What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Martin, and today I'm taking a look at the all-new 2026 Tesla Model Y Performance. So we already did a video with the facelifted Model Y. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out in the top right corner. Today we're experiencing the performance, which kept us waiting because when they released the facelift model, they didn't give us the performance, but now you can get it. And it's a massive upgrade over the pre-facelift one because we no longer have 462 horsepower, but 627. So that's a massive upgrade. You also get these 21-inch wheels with performance tires, 255 section front tire, Pirelli P0, and you get different bumpers with the performance version. This spoiler extension, and you have sort of a ducktail. Well, it's actually pretty flat. Oh, sorry about that. Oh. That didn't sound all that nice. This section right there is different with the performance, and you get that plaid badge. I never understand the branding with Tesla. They called it P100D, they called it ludicrous, they called it plaid, they called it... I don't know how many different badges there have been to identify the performance version. And in case of the Model 3 and the Model Y, it's called Performance. The Model S is called Plaid, but this has the badge of a Plaid. Just shoot me, I have no idea. It's a 275 section rear tire, by the way. So, and I actually have quite a bit of experience with Model Y Performance because my parents have one. They had a Model X, like one of the first ones, and it was absolutely horrible because it just destroyed itself. It just fell apart. Build quality was insanely bad. I do think this same goes for the pre-facelift Model Y Performance because they've done 150,000 with that. It's rattling, it's jittering, it's vibrating. This is a lot better. So I've driven this car for a week now. This is so much better than the pre-facelift model. But what will it be like after 100,000? That's the true question, because in my experience, that's when the Teslas fall apart. Higher mileage, build quality, stuff like that. First impression is really good, I have to admit. Now, I also really like Model 3 Performance, the new one. If you haven't seen that video, go click in the top right corner. I then complain about the amount of power because it wasn't anything extra compared to its pre-facelift model. But apparently you now get this 627 horsepower also in Model 3 Performance. So I didn't even know. So we are going to have to check that out as well. Now, my parents live in the woods and they have this massive dirt road, and what I like doing in their Model Y Performance, I hope they're not watching, is go into dynamic and then select track mode, and then you can completely adjust the drivetrain. So you can do completely rear wheel driven, front wheel driven. Not sure why you would do that, but I can turn off ESC completely, flick it into rear wheel drive mode and do massive slides with it. With this, track mode is gone. Normally you have to be in park and then there would be a little box right there. Select track mode and you can do about anything. Super cool. Where has it gone? It's not here. I don't know why that's the case. It doesn't really make any sense with a Model Y. I do think it makes sense with a Model 3 Performance. So I sort of get that they got rid of it, but you know, the old one has it, so the new one should have it as well, in my opinion. So 3 modes for acceleration: chill, standard, and insane. This is also typically Tesla. You can now vary the regen between limited and standard, which they got rid of. a few years ago. It's just make up your mind. I mean, they got rid of the turn signal stalk and now it's back. It's so inconsistent, the choices they make. So as I said, I like to turn off ESC completely, but with this I can only select auto, wet and off-road. The weight of the steering you can adjust between light, standard and heavy. I'm going to select standard. And let's see what it will do, because it's actually pretty quick. Should do 3.5 seconds to 100 and 250 km/h top speed. There were some construction workers at our usual spot, so that's why I... Yeah, there's a lot of ESC interference if you just mash it. That's a shame. I know, again, it doesn't really make sense with the Model Y, but let's see what it will do to 100. It is a bit cold, a bit wet today, but let's see what you will do with 80% charge. So we do have launch mode. As you can see, I just boosted it and it's now ready to go. It wasn't available with Model 3 performance last time I drove it, so 3.9. I'm not getting any wheel spin, so that does surprise me. It's quite a big difference with their claim, 3.5 seconds. And the biggest issue with Tesla performance models has always been heat. So it develops quite a lot of heat because of the 400 volt architecture. Other brands tend to use 800 volt with performance models, so 800 volt generates less heat than 400 volt. So let's see what it would do now. 3.88. So it seems to be quite consistent. That's good. Let's do a big launch on the Autobahn later on and see what it would do then, if it will still do this. But the 3.5 second claim, I don't believe it. This is too consistent. Let's do one more. If it's still doing 3.9, it's not a matter of traction. That would be too much of a coincidence. There we go. 3.87. It's super consistent. That's really, really, really good. But the 3.5s, you're never going to do. What I also don't like is that there's a lot of nannies lately with Teslas. The lane keep assist is super sensitive. I turned it off and it's just interfering constantly. I mean, and that's that philosophy of you being a passenger in the car. Well, that explains why they got rid of track mode, right? Because in track mode, these Teslas are quite brutal, really brutal. It's just you and the car, and you have to do it. And I feel like they don't want that anymore, especially for the Model Y drivers apparently. And if you have all the systems on, it is quite annoying, really. Quite an annoying car. It's just blinking and bleeping at you. I really don't like stuff like that. Same with the ESC. I mean, it's not letting me do what I want to do. It is pretty advanced, I have to admit. It's not really cutting power, it's just taking away these little bits of it on each corner and managing traction that way. It's quite subtle. This is quick. This is quick. And what's also good, and And I think the best improvement over the pre-facelift model is the sound deadening. So it's a lot quieter in here. I mean, with the old Model Y Performance doing 200 plus, it was like sticking your head out of the window. The tire noise, the wind noise was just embarrassing, really. With this, it's just so much better. So as you can see, we do have adjustable suspension, because I think it's pretty harsh right now. Let's see what it's like if we put it into standard mode. Yeah, you can feel it softening a bit. And the Performance has a bespoke suspension setup. And in standard mode, it's also already quite harsh. But I think quite good. Yeah, I'm not sure why you would put it into sport mode, really. It doesn't really add anything. It's really nice and sporty in standard mode. I would prefer being able to soften it instead of making it harsher, stiffer. Okay, so let's turn around here and see what it's like with a big launch. Doing exactly 250 kilometers an hour. Let's do another run. $955. Now let's compare that to the pre-facelift model. So overall, the new Model Y Performance, it is a massive upgrade over the old one, but it's just not as exciting to drive as the Model 3 Performance, which I really liked. And this is it's a fun car, but I do miss track mode, even though it doesn't really make sense for this type of car. But it's just a lot of fun to make it rear-wheel drive and be able to slide it around. This just lacks a bit of fun. For me, it's a bit too serious, too many nannies, and well, let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, you would really help us out. Go check out this video and check out the reviews playlist. Thanks guys, bye.